everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome back to a game playthrough, a campaign of Maladum. Maladum is a fantasy game where you take 4 heroes into a dungeon, and it uses this cardboard cutout terrain with clips to make your dungeon. I am going to be playing Quest D. Now, this is a campaign, and success or failure, it's sort of like a choose-your-own-adventure. Back on Quest A, I was not able to retrieve many relics. So it says if you retrieved 4 or fewer, go to Quest D. So I have set up Quest D, and what this is, it's really a loot run. My goal is to map out this dungeon. There are 6 spawn points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. For each one that my heroes can get to, when they get next to it, they have to do an interact action. It's kind of like mapping that area of the dungeon. I will get some rewards for all of the mapping that I do. And that it says that will come later in the campaign. I'm supposed to record on one of these sheets here, or one of these cards, how many grave points. So you can search grave points, and you can also map the dungeon. Where is that? Entry points. Entry points mapped. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want to try and map as many as I can. The other thing is, in this game, when you normally roll this encounter die, if you roll one of the hands, either a 1 or a 2, that many of the Lamentors will show up at the nearest grave point to a hero. Now on here, grave points are represented by these little pit circles. They're all over the map. There's bunches of them. But in this scenario, they are inactive until you search them. And when you search them, basically you move your hero onto one. Let me find one right there. And you have to do a, it says, where is it? At the start of the game, all grave points are inactive. In this quest, each can be searched by an adventurer standing on top of it. It is then marked with a search counter. Graves that have become searched become active. So once you search one, then Lamentors can start spawning there. So I've been thinking about this, like how do I want to do this? I think the best way is to go and try to get into the dungeon as far as I can, because remember, this is my entry and exit point. So I'm thinking go in as far as I can and then start examining them as I move back. That way, if they spawn there, they're far away from me and not necessarily in my path as I'm coming back home. Because if I start doing it early on here, I've got to come back through those. I don't know. That's one of my initial thoughts. Now, in each room and hallway, I have placed a small search counter that I will pick up and remove when that room or hallway is searched. It's just a reminder to me to keep searching. When you do a search action, you can do 1 per room or 1 per corridor. You get to draw a random token. Now, I've gone ahead and set up the 4 crates, 1, 2, 3, 4, with their tokens. There are two of these crypts, one here, and there are 2 chests, one here and one here. And they contain things like rare and uncommon items. So it's kind of like you want to get to them, but we shall see. When my heroes start, they start here. We will start with 1 peg, according to the scenario. You start with 1 peg in the disquiet section. And I've gone ahead and created the encounter deck, or the event deck. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle it for you again, just to show you. It's shuffled. In here are a mix of cards. There are some helpful cards. There are some enemy cards. There are some wild creature cards. You never know what you're going to get. And you start drawing them at the end of the second turn, or during the doom, what do you call it? I forget what they call it. The threat phase, or let me get to it. The dread phase, that's it. So I'm going to keep this open here so I can reference it. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, I've gone ahead and leveled up my heroes just a little bit. Each one of them that survived the last encounter gets a skill point, and they can pick they can assign that to one of their skills. So I've already done that. The only thing really out of the ordinary is Miranda took a third spell, which she can do. She either upgrades a skill or she can pick a new spell. So right now she's got 3 level 1 spells, and that's the maximum she can select, I believe. What do we want to do? What's next? That is it. So let's go ahead and get started. Put him back here. And let me just remind you that Callan is my sellsword. Sorry, I got the wrong thing here. Sirio is my marksman, sort of my ranged. Sirio is here. Callum's here. Miranda is my rogue. That's this one right here. And my mage, Miranda, is the rook. They call the rooks. The rooks are the magic users. All right, let's get going. Each hero can take an action on their turn. I will be tracking. I'll be tracking their activation tokens. Let me find them all so I can use them. I know I got another one here. Come on, where are you? Well, that's all right. I don't see it. I'll find it eventually. I had it out earlier, and then okay. Well, we'll just have to remember until I can dig through it. Let's go ahead and activate Callan. Callan is going to, they can move 4 unless they have some enhancements. So he can move 4, and he can also double move. But there's double doors here, and to open a door takes, I believe, one of your it is a what's the word I'm looking for? It is an effortless action. Sorry, close a door. And I also learned something interesting. It's really good to close doors behind you, because if an enemy comes up behind you, no matter what its move is, when it reaches a door, it has to stop, and it has to do it has to use an action to open the doors, if I remember right. Doors are interesting because they behave differently than when the player character does it. And let me just give you that. It says NPCs, that's enemies, do not make effortless actions, and they require a regular action to open the door. So that is a huge benefit that I have not been playing with. So let's get going. Callum is going to double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He has to stop. Your effortless action can't split a normal move, and he will open these doors. So he is done. I'll mark him as done. And let's see. Let's have Narenda go. She will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She is in this room, and she spots a crate over here. Now, her effortless action, do I want to... The search is not an effortless action. She could do a dash. I'm going to move her 1 closer to the crate. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to have him do... Well, his effortless was to open the door, so he can't do that. And she is done. Sirio will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's going to move 1. He's going to use his effortless to do a dash, which will get him 1 closer. And he is done. And then Miranda. Miranda will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to have her do a search. She's going to search here. So we will pull out the bag, shake it up, pull something out. And I pulled some tiny little sliver. What is it? Well, it's an uncommon because it's yellow. It looks like, I don't know what that is. Some sort of, I don't know. There's so many strange treasures in this thing. It looks like a skill. It's got 2 pegs, and it looks like an item of some sort. I don't know, and I'm not going to research it right now because, well, I don't know. Maybe it's one of these weird items. Item notes. Yeah, she'll hold on to it. It can be sold for 9, so it must be something pretty valuable. And she is done. For her effortless action, she can move one more space. And that is it for me. All right. So one thing I was supposed to do is at the start of your turn, you always place a peg. Now you usually draw a card, but not on the first turn. So now it is the end of the turn. I am supposed to, let's see, the dread phase, we add a black. Oh, I'm sorry, hold on. That's the end of my phase. Now it is the adversary phase. So what we do is we roll the die to see if an enemy appears, and I have misplaced the die. Here it is. You roll this. A blank means no enemy. That's 2, that's 1, and remember the hands would normally summon them at a spot, but the scenario says that you instead assign them to a spawn point. All right, so 2 will appear, 2 Lamentors, and you roll the d6 to tell you which entry point. They are going to be at 2, which is 1. They are all the way up here, and on their turn, they only get one action, so they will move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have some enemies inside. All right, at the end of the adversary phase is the NPC phase. There are no NPCs. And assessment phase, we pick up our tokens and apply any lasting things like poison or on fire, things like that. None of that's going on right now. Now, third turn, we place a peg and we draw a card. Depending on where you are, this is disquiet, distress, dismay, desperation, and disaster. So depending on where you are, you read that section. So I'm in the first, disquiet. An adventurer spots something that reminds them of a rumor they heard on a drunken evening. Maybe there's some truth to it. Draw a side quest card at random and resolve it. Follow the quest giver instructions if applicable, albeit with no quest giver. If this is not possible, discard the side quest. All right, so I can draw a side quest, and what that is, there are special cards in this. There are these red cards here, and you just. I think you're supposed to shuffle them once for the campaign, but I don't know. I'll just shuffle them again and pick one. They're kind of sticky, or they've got this coating that makes them sort of hard to shuffle. I'll pick one. All right, let's pick the top one. We have sabotage. Let's see what it says. Sabotage is, your quest is to sabotage your enemy using a mysterious potion and a magical device provided by your benefactor. Instruction, rest phase. Okay, so I will do this on the next game. Take 2 random unused objectives and give them to your adventurer. The adventurer in contact takes 2 random unused objects. Okay, blah, 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 discard. Yeah, some of these things are a little tricky to do when you're playing a solo campaign like I am. We'll deal with that later. All right, I placed the peg. I did the card. It is now my turn. I'm going to have Narinda move 1, 2, 3, 4. She can see out here. She's going to open this chest as her action. You get to examine what's in there. And sometimes it's good stuff, sometimes bad. Green is standard equipment, a broken weapon, and then a hammer. Well, I'll take the hammer for now. It can be sold. And I'm going to take the broken weapon, which can be sold for 5. Why not? I will take it until I find that I need to drop some stuff. She took an action. She can do an effortless, so she is going to... I got to start keeping these people together. She's going to move back 1. I'm going to try to keep my people together. And she is done. Next will be, let's get Callum. Sirio flags that we see a desk. You can always search a desk. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And so he did a double action, so he cannot search the room. But when you're searching a desk, I'm trying to remember what the rules say. There's all this terrain can be interacted with. It's really cool how it works. You look it up in here. There's there's a thing called tables. Let's see if we can find it. Tables can be interacted with. I think they can also be used as cover. All right, a table. Where are you, tables? Here we go. Tables. That's the Arcanist desk. Plant portable crates. All right, maybe I'm wrong. Just a normal table. Don't see it. Well, let me look one more time. Sconces, tapestries, brazier, gong. Well, here we go. Some terrain has no rules, and it shows a table. So I tell you what, rather than, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Rather than spin it on that table, I'm going to examine my surroundings, and I'm going to search. So I'm going to drop this away, and for his second action, he's going to, or for his, second action, he'll pick something, and I picked a standard piece. Rusted armor, -3, and it cannot be used, but it can be sold for 3, so Cowan will keep it. And then for his effortless, there's a door. I'll move towards the door. He is done. Let's get Miranda in the same room. She will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's going to get herself against the wall here. And I'm just going to have her stop. The room has already been searched. And then last will be Sirio. Sirio will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. Sirio can move an extra, so he can move 5 and 5. So he goes, so we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to open that door? Oh, there's a crate. Why am I doing that? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he will open that crate on his next turn. He is done. That is the end of my turn. We have to roll to see if an enemy appears. 1 will appear, and I rolled the hand, which means we still roll to see where which of the spawn points. Number 5, we have a Lamentor. We'll start at number 5 up here. Now, these guys will move towards the closest enemy, which right now, to get to Miranda, this one would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. However, if they go through this door, 2, 3, 4, 5, they would have to stop there. Well, they can't. They're still going to move this way. It's whether they go through this door. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On their next turn, I'll have to decide who is going to be closer. And then this one will move towards this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he's coming, and there's a door here. And that's it for the enemy phase. NPC, nothing. Assessment, pick my tokens up. And now we do dread phase. I have to place a token here, a peg, and draw a card. Oh, the adventurer with the most health suffers 2 damage. Well, they're all, the most health is Callan. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of my guys all have 4 health. They may spend magic to reduce it. If the Maladum is in play, it restores health equal. The Maladum is not in play. Otherwise, that many Lamentors arrive, if available, if at the nearest empty grave. Okay. They may spend magic to reduce this. The only one that I can do, the adventurer with the most health suffers 2 damage. So what I'll do is Callum will take a point of damage, and he will expend his magic, because I really don't have anything to burn this magic on. So no big deal there, other than I lost my magic point, which could come in handy at some point, but probably not. All right, drew a card. It is my turn. Let's go ahead and have Sirio open the crate for an action. I love this game. Finding treasure is just, it never gets old. You never know what you're going to find. All right, what do we got? We have Decadent finery. It's a standard item, sale of 4. It's just clothing. Syria will take it. This is all about getting loot, value. So I'm going to be swapping things out based on the value. And then the next thing you got is a broken weapon. 1, I can sell it for 1. I'll keep it until something tells me otherwise, until I run out of space on my sheet here. All right, he is done. No, he opened it. Now he can move. I'm going to back up. 1, 2, 3. And go here 4 and 5. I'm looking down this hallway and I see a chest. So I tell Callum, I see it. The chests and the crypts have more, and sometimes they have bigger rewards. So I don't know. Oh, and also when he was here, he saw the chest and he sees this. Oh, now this is, I didn't realize there was an opening here. And there's double doors over here. So, you know what? On my last turn, I don't think I moved him. I didn't. Why did I do that? I did not do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Trying to keep them together. All right. And that's why I need to find that token, because it reminds me that I've still got somebody to move. And I am not finding it. I hate when I lose tokens. This game has so many tokens in it that it's not surprising that there it is. Got it. Okay, 4. So he will go 1. He's only got 1 more action. He could get in here. He could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He is next to it. So on his next turn, he opened, and then he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then he moved. Okay. All right. I am going to take Callum. Callum is going to get behind. He sees the chest. I'm going to try to stay in this area. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As a, there's Lamentors there, but I don't know that. So I just moved him. These guys are going to come in this door. All right. And he is done. Now I could do him a dash. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to move him 1 space closer to this chest. And he is done. Remember, an effortless action, you can do a dash, which lets you move 1 extra space. I always forget to do it, and I got to stop that because it's so valuable. All right, it is now. I'm gonna move Miranda. She's gonna stay with. She's gonna stay with him. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I'm making my way to the back. Going to go that way. All right. She moved. She double moved, so she is done. And she can move 1 more, which I will. I'm not. I'm going to leave her there. She's got rain. She can see through the door, and she can see through here. And then last will be Miranda. Miranda will go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and she will stop. So I've got 2 and 2, and that's about the best I can do. Okay, enemy phase. We still have to roll to see if an enemy appears. 2 appear. Where do they appear? At number 1. 2 of them will appear here. So let's do this. This one, there's no door here. But the closest he would be this way. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, and it has to stop because it only has 1 action, and it'll have to open the door on its next action. This guy will go 1. Well, he only has 1 action, so he moved towards the door, and he can't open the door. So that bought me a little bit of time. And the other one is just blocked. Since he has to open the door, this one couldn't go through the door. Yeah. All right. And then these 2, the closest will be, again, going this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. NPCs, nothing. Assessment. Pick my tokens up. And put a peg in. And draw a card. Disquiet. Determine the Lamentor closest to a terrain piece with armor 1, such as a barricade or a crate. Replace the Lamentor with a Myria and bless it. Then remove the terrain piece, breaking and scattering items inside. If no Lamentors are in play or no Myria available, increase the dread by 1. Okay, the closest Lamentor to a terrain piece. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4 from here. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would have to be this one. I can choose since it's a tie. So this one is going to be, you're going to take the debris. Well, there's nothing in it. I took it all. You replace it with a Moria, which is not a great creature to fight. The Moria are they have more health. So is it the Myria or Moria? Does it say Myria with a... No, it's not that one. Where was it? Replace it with a Myria. Yeah, so the Myria, which I have one, it explodes out of this crate, all right? And then it says, determine the Myria closest, replace it with a Myria, and bless it. So it gets a blessing, which means it gets a reroll. All right, so I'll put that on there. Remove the terrain piece from place, scatter it. Okay, all right. So the bad news for me is on enemy phase, I hear it. I can see it. I hear the explosion. It was hiding in the crate or behind it or something. I don't know. And I'll be able to hopefully attack it. Okay, my turn. Let's go ahead. So these are coming this way because it will be too far for them to go around this way. They'll go through this door just like these are. I don't know they're there, so Callum will step up for 1, and he'll move 1, and then for his next action, we'll examine the chest. Is that it? Yep. All right, what do we have? We have a hatchet, which I can sell for 2. We have, I don't know what that is, a map. I'll have to look the rules up for that. And we also have a rusted armor for sale of 2. I can sort of fit it in, but I'm going to leave it because it's only, well, it's worth 2, but I'm not going to pick it up. Instead, I'm going to do this map. The map is interesting because when you find a map token, it's like there's a secret passage that you find in the dungeon. It's like a hidden room, and of course I can't find it when I need it. This game has so many things to map. It doesn't have it there. So many special little things you got to try to find. Here it is, hidden location. Draw the hidden location card with a number matching the token. Oh, okay, I didn't realize. Now, is that a 9 or a 6? That is a 9. All right, so we go to draw the hidden location card. That is these green ones. So number 9, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kind of cool. You have stumbled across a cave entrance, but the cave appears to be occupied. Place a concealed room. All right, so there is this card here that came with the game, and you place it. Take all creature cards not used and draw 1 at random. Resolve it immediately. However, instead of placing the character at a random entry point, place them in the room as shown. Select a random denizen board, no event, and place the character prone. They're the beast victim and are still alive. You may make a general... So, I don't know how this works. Where do you place it? You have stumbled across a cave entrance. So I think, if I remember right, I'm trying to remember how this works. Well, I'm out of time. I try to keep these videos under 30 minutes, so that's what I'm going to do. In the meantime, between this session and the next scenario, I'll read up on this and see how this plays out. And maybe we can go rescue somebody, but it also sounds like there's a creature guarding him, so not really sure if I'm going to be able to do that or not. All right, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this game of Maladum. I'll be back in a week with the next part. We'll pick up right where we left off. Until then, everybody, take care.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.